Okay, so what I've been trying to get ready for is a full video on the article published in 1905 by Bertrand Russell, and that article is called on denoting. So basically, what's given here is well, he does give it in different places, such as the book Introduction to Mathematics, or Introduction to Philosophy of Mathematics. I read that book, but I can't remember the exact title. It's not Principia Mathematica. It's different writing by him. But I kind of want to discuss, I guess, briefly, Russell's theory of descriptions, or theory of definite descriptions, if you will. I kind of want to discuss that in a brief, cursory way. Kind of, usually when I make videos, if I'm making a video on a certain article, I like to make a separate video where I kind of condense things a little more and do it in a more brief, cursory way. And I guess I'm doing that before I make the actual video of the article on denoting by Russell. And so basically in philosophy of language, well, Russell is basically of course, as you would know, a landmark philosopher in the philosophy of mathematics, philosophy of language, epistemology, as well as metaphysics. And I would like to, do some more, videos about his articles. So I guess, you have different looks at meaning. The question of this is meaning. And what does it mean for a sentence or a preposition or even a predicate to mean something? Frege has his own way of looking at it. I've gone over that. I've done several videos on Frege out of this book, as well as his own articles. So I've talked a good amount about Frege, and now I want to talk somewhat about Russell. So basically, what Russell would do, his theory of descriptions, well, I guess to put it basically, is that names, predicates, and sentences have meanings. Of course, they have meanings in use and by themselves. And Frege, for instance, would cut at what gives meaning to a sentence or a name or a predicate by of course, it's a twofold notion of meaning, by sense and reference. There are different words for that. That's, he talks about that in many different places. Frege does. But the main thing you want to go to is his article, Sense and Reference, or in German, Sinn und Bedeutung. And basically, what he does is he kind of asks questions about what meaning is, and what meaning is, before he goes into his discussion about of his twofold notion. Meaning is, for if we have a word, that word picks out something. It picks out an entity, or not even an entity. It can be just anything that is not even concrete. Say about Pegasus. So meaning picks out something, but for Frege, meaning is not a singular notion. It's twofold. You have meaning, and you have but meaning for most is to pick out something, but meaning for Frege is that idea of sense. Denotation is reference, I guess. So if you want to put it that way, denotation or denoting is picking out something. And you have that puzzle of the morning star and the evening star given by Frege, where the morning star and the evening star are both Venus. They're both the same planet, and they both denote the same planetary body. They both denote the same thing, but morning star and evening star don't mean the same thing. They have different senses. They are identical in reference or denotation, however they are different in meaning or sense. And Frege gives different puzzles, as as to what leads him to his twofold notion of sense and reference. And he also does include ideas of force and tone, and how those are kind of more minor notions of what meaning is, and how force and tone have an effect on meaning. And I have a video about those two notions as well. Now Russell thinks about it differently. In this article on denoting, he kind of gives his own theory while looking at Meinong and Frege, Alexius Meinong and Frege. And I guess I want to briefly discuss Russell's theory of descriptions. And what that is that it's kind of hard to get into to get into and explain. It's kind of, he wants to kind of understand the connection between language and the world. And his thought is that denoting for that a phrase or a name or a predicate don't have meanings, but within the right context, within certain propositions, they have meanings. So the word man, can mean very many different things, and in different contexts, thus different propositions that it can and predicates that it can find itself in determines its meaning. And he also discusses how grammatical form is different from logical form, and how to understand how VF is G, for example, or an F is G, mean different things. In grammatical form, you're not going to understand that as much, but in logical form, you would. But the whole thing is that denotation occurs in a few different ways, and it can occur ambiguously, i.e. a indefinite description. It can denote but also not denote, i.e. a round square, and it can also denote and pick out something, i.e. John, or the King of England, or the Queen of England, or it can pick out something definitely. So the whole thing is that meaning for Russell and descriptions and meaning itself come from the way sentences are put together, and the way that it's not words or anything. It's not words that have meanings. Definitely, it's not any one thing that has meanings, but meanings occur. Meanings occur based upon how those names, predicates, find themselves in sentences and prepositions. So that's kind of a very cursory way of looking over it, and I almost think I probably shouldn't have done this, but that's, I did want to do this, and basically he's concerned with logical form. Russell is. He's concerned with the logical form and how logical form has an effect on things rather than damn it, what the heck is going on here? There we go. So logical form definitely has a bigger thing here. Now, to understand Russell's theory as opposed to others, we can look at Meinong, who says that any phrase denotes definitely. Anything like a round square denotes definitely, and that's a problematic stance to take, because what does a round square denote, if anything? I mean, Meinong is saying that any phrase denotes definitely. Frege, on the other hand, says that, of course, that that twofold meaning, that twofold notion of meaning via sense and reference. He kind of states that's a problematic thing. So you can either, so for Frege, the round square has meaning but not denotation. It has sense but no reference, and that's also a problematic thing. So for Russell, it's about, you know, that denotation can occur in three different ways, and a meaning of anything, you know, there's no one word or name or predicate has any definite meaning. It depends on its logical form and how it finds itself in certain contexts and in propositions. So if you think I messed this up or left anything out, let me know below. I'll do a more elaborate video when I talk about the actual article and have a more in-depth look at it.